Why you struggle to stay motivated and how to fix it. Are you struggling to take action to improve your life, your career, your health, your relationships, or your finances? Well, in this video, I'm going to share some important insights that will help you take action and move forward. So what do you think is stopping you from taking action? Any ideas? Is it your feelings? Or is it your thoughts? You probably already know that your thoughts control your feelings, which control your actions. So your thoughts and feelings affect your state and therefore what you do. Here are 3 things that stop you. Number 1, your comfort zone. You see, your comfort zone is your danger zone or dead zone because nothing changes there, nothing moves. When someone is dead, they don't move. If you're not moving, then you're dead. Only alive people move, and they feel more alive the more they move. Comfort is the enemy of action. People can become comfortable in a number of ways. For example, by drinking or by eating. Notice that when you're full, you don't feel like moving. You feel like just laying there relaxing or falling asleep. Also, people feel comfortable by watching movies, seeing other people doing what they should be doing, and that makes them feel comfortable. Seeing an underdog movie where you see someone who's struggling with their life and then overcomes that struggle and becomes great. You see, we all have greatness in us, but very few of us access it. Being comfortable is the greatest demotivator. When you're comfortable, you don't want to move because it feels good to stay comfortable. We move when we're not comfortable, when we're uncomfortable, when we're disturbed. The second thing that stops you is believing that things are out of your control or out of your reach. That's a limiting belief that keeps you stuck. If you think you can't control or change something, then you're not going to even bother trying. I'm sure you've heard of the story of the baby elephant that was tied to a little stake in the ground. And because it was small and weak, it tried to break free but couldn't break free. But over years, it got conditioned to think that it didn't have the strength to break free. So when the big elephant ended up in a circus and was attached to the same small stake, it never tried to break free, when the truth is it now had the strength to tear the whole tent down. So it's interesting how we get conditioned to think that we can't change things when in actual fact we can. The third thing that stops you from taking action is negative talk about how bad things are and blaming others. The problem with talking is that when we talk, we release endorphins, and endorphins act like a painkiller. They make us feel comfortable, and then we don't take any action. And also, blaming other people is shifting the responsibility from us to them. So what we're doing is we're giving our power away. We're giving other people the power to put things right, which they usually don't. So you end up being stuck. So in summary, your comfort zone, believing that you have no control, and blaming others keeps you stuck. So how can you start taking action? Well, here are 3 things you can do that will help you start taking action. Number 1, by getting disturbed or uncomfortable. That's by taking a good look at your current situation and seeing how bad it is, feeling how bad it is. You see, that pain is a good thing. And then imagining where you could be. That's what I call point B. So point A is your current situation, it's that yucky place, and point B is the desired place you want to be. That's where you're going to experience pleasure. So it's about establishing that gap. See, that gap is going to give you motivation. It's going to give you drive and hunger to want to close that gap. And by taking the necessary action, you will close that gap and you will move from point A to point B. This is why a cold plunge or cold shower works, because it gets us disturbed, it gets us uncomfortable and gets us moving. And a lot of people do this every day to get them going. So making yourself uncomfortable motivates you. And it's the same if you want to motivate other people. By disturbing other people and getting them uncomfortable, they're going to start moving and start taking action. Think about it. You get up to get a drink of water or to get some food because you're feeling uncomfortable and you want to feel comfortable. So when we're uncomfortable, we take action to become comfortable. And once you're comfortable, it is difficult to become uncomfortable. You see, if you've been used to drinking good wine, it is difficult to then start drinking bad wine. So going from comfort to uncomfort. But if you've never tasted good wine, then it's easy for you to keep drinking bad wine. Another example is a boxer. A boxer that trains hard for years ends up getting up early, training hard, eventually getting themselves to fight for a world title. And when they fight for the world title and become the champion, then they start making more money. And with that money, they end up becoming comfortable. They buy themselves a nice car, a nice house. They're probably sleeping in sheets that are made of silk. And then it becomes too difficult for them to get up early in the morning and train. And what happens is their next fight, they end up weaker because they've lost all their discipline and they end up getting knocked out. So it actually works against them. The comfort can work against us. Now, in my own case, when I was younger and was growing up, I used to go out a lot and spend a lot of time with my friends, and I wouldn't study as much as I could. And my father noticed this, and I remember distinctly one day he told me that I'm going to end up looking after sheep, basically saying that I'm going to become a loser. Now that really got to me. It really got into my heart. It disturbed me and it made me uncomfortable and actually got me motivated to want to prove him wrong. So I did put my head down and I did start studying, and I did end up graduating and becoming an engineer, which is a respectful profession. Unfortunately, my father passed away before I graduated. So if you're feeling disturbed, uncomfortable, stressed, anxious, have problems, then think that they are gifts. They're fuel that will motivate you to do something about it. Same with problems in the world, other people's problems. They can motivate us to want to help solve those problems. You see, our purpose comes from problems. So it's all about finding a problem in the world that resonates with us and then striving to solve that problem. That gives us an opportunity to not only do good in the world, but also to become somebody of value. So solving a problem takes work. So the problem plus the work ends us making us comfortable in the long run because we end up getting an income from that. So that's basically how life is intended to work. Do you like watching movies? What type of movies do you like watching? Please let me know in the comments below. Maybe you like watching movies of people who get themselves into trouble, who are in despair or are struggling, frustrated, defeated, and somehow they decide to make a change in their life and overcome their challenges and succeed, becoming a hero in their own story. Well, they're the kinds of movies I like to watch, and a classic one that resonates with me and helped me take charge of my life and improve it was Rocky. Rocky is a movie about a boxer, just a local boxer that fought in pubs. And one day, the heavyweight champion of the world, didn't have someone to fight because that person that was number 2 got injured. So they started looking through a book to find other boxers that they could pick to fight. And they came across Rocky Balboa, the Italian stallion, and offered him the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight championship. At first he said no because he thought, well, I haven't got a chance. It wouldn't be an entertaining fight. It would be just a waste of time. But then he thought, well, why not? This is an opportunity. And America is a place of opportunities. So he ended up fighting for the world Heavyweight Championship. And also that challenge, that problem was an opportunity for him personally to find out if he was just another bum from the neighborhood or whether he was someone special. And so that's what motivated him to train, and he ended up fighting, and he ended up losing that fight, even though a lot of people thought he won that fight. But it's a very inspirational movie seen by millions of people and loved by millions of people. So if you haven't seen the Rocky movie, I highly recommend you check it out. There's a lot of good life lessons in that movie. Now, the second thing that'll help you get motivated to take action is knowing that you are in control of your life. Now, that's empowering. Unfortunately, some people think that their life is already predetermined. In other words, they think that they're just a robot that's been pre-programmed. But that's not true, because God gave us all free will to do what we want to do. We're not robots. We've got free will to make choices on what we do with our life. Now let me ask you a question. Is there something you can specifically do today that will make your life worse? And if you're honest, the answer is yes. There are many things you can do today that will make your life worse. Next question. Is there something that you can specifically do today that will make your life better? And the answer is yes, there is something you can do to make your life better. And the third question, whose choice is it on whether you do something today to make your life worse or better? And obviously it's you. So that proves that you have control over your life, and it's up to you what decisions you make. For example, if you do something positive today, then you're going to get a positive result. If you do something negative today, then you're going to get a negative result. So if you start, for example, exercising and eating healthy, then obviously you're going to improve your health and you're going to feel better, you're going to look better, you're going to have more energy. But if you decide not to exercise, to eat junk food, lots of sugar, for example, then your health over time is going to deteriorate and you're going to become sick. So it's really up to you. What kind of life do you want to have? And once you decide that, then you take the appropriate action to reach that life that you want. So motivation comes from having control over things. No control equals no motivation. But I'm here to tell you that you do have control over things. You do have control over your life. You are responsible for your own life, and responsible means you're able to respond to a situation. Now, the third thing that will help you take action is knowing that life rewards action. And I've kind of spoken about this already, about cause and effect, about sowing and reaping. When you take action, positive action, you get a positive result. And when you take negative action, you get a negative result. So if you want to improve your life, you need to take positive action. So in summary, getting disturbed, knowing that you're in control of your life and that life rewards action will help you get motivated to take action. So right now, to make this practical, I suggest you grab a piece of paper and a pen, and for the next 5 minutes, make a list of all the things that are disturbing you right now. They could be something to do with your career, your health, your relationships, or your finances. Then put the number 1, 2, and 3 next to the 3 highest important issues that you're currently facing. So for issue number 1, then write down what you can do today to move the needle forward. What can you do to help resolve that issue? And do the same for issue number 2 and number 3. Once you've done that, put your pen down, grab your walking shoes, and go out for a half an hour walk as a kind of reward. And when you come back, make yourself a nice cup of tea or coffee, put on some uplifting music, and start working on what you can do to resolve the first issue. Remember that life rewards action. So by doing what I just said, you'll start seeing some progress and that'll motivate you to keep going. Please let me know in the comments below if this video helped or what your thoughts are, or if you have any questions. Now, if you're already subscribed to my channel, I want to thank you for your support and encouragement. I really appreciate you. If you're not already subscribed to my channel and you're interested in career-related content direct from someone that has 45 years of working experience, from employee to employer to business owner, and as a certified workplace coach, and he spent the last 10 years coaching people on how to take charge of their life and career and improve it, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. You also want to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Now, if you liked this video and got some value, please do give it a thumbs up, because that helps the video reach and help other people. If you know someone that needs to see this video, then please do share it. Till next time, take care.